Class, hopefully you are staying safe, taking care of yourself, and take care of your family. Today, this lesson is lesson 13.2, which is on slope. One of the things that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to write slope as a fraction. So these should be able to be simplified into simplest form. So 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. 8/28 will simplify to 2/7 because we can divide by 4 on both of these. We can divide by 5 on both of these and get 2/5. 10/8 we can divide by 2, which is 5/4. The nice thing about slope is we can leave it as an improper fraction. We do not have to change it to 1 1/4. For number 5, we can divide by 3, which would give us 2/3. And for number 6, we can divide by 4, which is 4/3. Again, we can leave our slope as a improper fraction. So our essential question in this lesson is, how can you use the slope of a line to describe a line? Basically what we're going to do is we're going to find slope today. Our key idea today is slope. We label slope as m. It's the slope m of a line is the ratio of the change in y, or the rise, to the change in x, or the run, between any 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2. So again, there's 3 different ways that we can solve this, whichever works best for you, and sometimes it might differ based on the problem. One of the things that we can use is rise over run. How much does it go up? How much does it go over? That is rise over run. Rise is up, run is sideways. Rise could go down, and run could go to the left also. That would give you a negative and a negative. We could also go to the change in y, which is y2 minus y1, over the change in x, which is x2 minus x1. Make sure that it is always y on top, x on the bottom. Change in y over change in x. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, rise over run. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, a positive slope goes from left to right, and it is going up. Positive goes left to right and up. Negative slopes go right to left, goes left to right, but it goes down. Negative slope goes down left to right. Positive up left to right, negative down left to right. So in a problem like this, we can describe the slope of the line and find the slope. First off, we know that this is going to be a positive slope because it is going up from left to right. So one of the things that we can do is this. I can simply count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my top number, rise, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my bottom number, the run. This slope will be 5/6. If they do it, you can see what they did here. They substituted in these numbers. So this was 4 minus negative 1 and minus minus, and 3 minus minus negative 3. So that gives us 5/6 also. Again, you can use rise over run if you want. You can use the y2 minus y1. In this one, I know that it is a negative slope because it is going down and to left to right. So I can say that this one went from here, we went up 1, 2, 3, and it went left 1, 2. Going left on a number line is negative. So this would be 3 over negative 2, or I could start here and go down 1, 2, 3, which is negative 3, and go over to the right 2, which would be negative 3/2. Again, you're going to see how the company did this. They substitute in those numbers, and you can see where they got those numbers from this point. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. 1 minus negative 1 is 2. That will give us our slope of negative 3/2, which is the answer. As I'm looking at these, again, I can do rise over run. I can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If they have a graph already drawn for you, it's pretty easy to go rise over run. So if I started here, I went down 1, which down means negative, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's going to be negative 1/5. On this one, I went up 1, 2, and then I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gave us 2/6, which again, we want it simplified as 1/3. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, 1, 2 over, 5 halves is our answer. Again, we can leave it as an improper fraction. Again, if you wanted to do y2, y1, x2, x1. Does it matter? No. You can call this one x1, y1, and this one x2, y2, or you can call this one x1, y1, and this one x2, y2. It doesn't matter which point you call x1 or y1 and x2, y2. This is a little bit tricky. How much rise do we have from this point to this point? I would venture to guess that you would be able to tell me it is 0. How much did it go over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 over 7 is going to be 0. They're going to solve it the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And again, you can see 5 minus 5, 6 minus negative 1. Again, this is 0. This is 7. 0 sevenths, which is 0. Anytime we have a horizontal line, that is going to be 0 slope. This example is a little trickier because we do have a rise. We have a rise of 1, 2, 3, 4, but it didn't go over, so we would have 4 over 0. And if you remember, when we have something divided by 0, it will be undefined. They did it the same way here. You can see this 6 minus 2. They use this one as 1 or 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Again, we cannot divide by 0, so that means our slope is undefined. If I have a vertical line going up and down, our slope is undefined. In these examples, I see the y's are the same, so that means that the y's are the same. This will be going horizontal, so we would have a 0 there. The y's are the same here. Again, we will have 0. X's are the same. That is on the bottom, so we will have undefined. And again, x's are the same, undefined. How do you know that the slope of every horizontal line is 0? How do you know that the slope of every vertical line is undefined? Because the change in y is 0, that's on top. The change in x is 0, that's going to be on bottom, therefore it will be undefined. These points in the table lie on a line. How can we find the slope of the line from the table? What is the slope? The nice thing, if they give us points like this, we can use any numbers we want. We could use these. We could use these, we could use these, we could use these. You just have to pick 2. Again, pick any 2 points. They're going to choose these 2 right here, and then they're going to solve that y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. 6 minus 8, 4 minus 1. When I scroll up, 6 minus 8 is negative 2. 4 minus 1 is 3, so we get negative 2/3. Slope is negative 2/3. Again, here would be our graph. We can plot all of those points, and you will get the same thing. Down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. When I look at these are changing by 3. These are changing by 2, so we have 3 halves. These are changing by negative 2. These are changing by 1. Negative 2 over 1 is negative 2. In this lesson today, we learned about slope. The ways that we can find slope are rise over run, Or we can go change in y, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The second thing that we learned today is horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Remember, the reason that that is the case is the y does not change. So there will be no change in y, 0 over whatever. Vertical lines going up and down, the slope is undefined because the y does change, but the x does not, and 0 cannot be on the bottom. So we'll have that. Hopefully you'll be able to do the practice. Make sure you check your answers. Again, you can do the odd numbers in the back of the book. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, and have a great day.